Hello, welcome, what is good everyone? Tone here, and today we're going to be starting a new Invisible Ink campaign. I played Invisible Ink for the first time on this very channel recently, and I just think it's an excellent game, and I've been looking forward to playing some more. I didn't expect to take it this long of a break. I was really enjoying it so much I thought I was going to jump right back into it, but it has been about 2 months, I think. So we'll be knocking off a bit of rust here, but regardless, I'm very excited to be checking the game out again and playing some more. So for those of you not familiar, this is a tactics game. I think it has a lot of roguelike elements to the extent that I think you could describe it as a roguelike, and I don't think anything would be really inaccurate about that. But let's jump into a fresh campaign. If you want to see what the game is all about, the last series I did is a bit of a introduction and learning experience through the game. So now I'll be approaching the game with like knowledge and also like assuming that a lot of the audience here knows a bit of what's going on. Something I did since last time is I didn't realize this, but there is a DLC for the game. If I knew that last time, I would have started with that because I was already enjoying the game when I recorded last time, but I didn't, so I picked up the DLC, so I'm very excited to check that out. That adds new agents, new items. I think it expands the campaign a little bit with like a mid-campaign mission of some sort, so very excited to see all the content involved in that. And I did check out some mods. I didn't really grab any mods that add content to the game, just some bug fixes, quality of life sort of stuff, so we can review that before we start a fresh game. I'm gonna play on expert again. There is an expert plus here that I think we will check out at some point. These are my mods. The main difference in expert plus that I do not like is it hides the danger zones from you, so you can't tell what guards can see. I feel like that's just essential information to playing a game like this. Otherwise, we're sort of just guessing, and like, it's information that we have already. We just have to take extra steps to determine whether a tile is within a guard's range or not. But I don't think there's any variability there as long as you know the rules of the guard's vision. So this just is a bad option to me. I don't like it, so I'm not playing that. What was the other change here? Show danger zones. Allow melee while seen. Okay, that's fine. And then, oh yeah, alarm goes up when guards get knocked out. That's pretty difficult. So I think I would play Expert Plus without the show danger zones thing on. But for now, I'm just going to stick to Expert, what we've been playing. So the mods I've decided to include, let me go through an order of significance here. Sim Constructor is just a mod that loads other mods. So I got the community bug fixes, which is a lot of bug fixes. I won't go over all of them. A lot of them would never come up, but like typically, but if they did, they could crash your game or such. Or they're like very like niche situations where like you could lose like an item that was in your inventory for some reason, like weird stuff like that. The biggest thing that this does is prisoner missions where you rescue prisoners. Apparently in the game, you're supposed to only have a 50% chance of rescuing a prisoner. And if you do 2 prisoner missions back to back, you're guaranteed to get one the second time. So you can't not get a prisoner twice in a row, is my understanding. I think the bug is that it was treating every mission as a prisoner mission. So if you did like a bank vault mission and then didn't get a prisoner from it because there aren't any, then your next prisoner mission was guaranteed to have a prisoner. So it fixes that except for the first prisoner mission. I don't know how I like that because that seems like a lot of variance for a mission reward like that. Like if I went on a different mission and didn't get the reward, I'd feel kind of I don't know, betrayed. Although a lot of missions, like the reward is already a gamble because you can get like a gadget reward from like the security equipment mission types, and it might be useless for your build. So at first glance, I don't know how I like the feeling of that, but I'm taking the bug fix version. But you still get a guaranteed agent on your first prisoner mission, but ones after that are 50-50 unless you decide to do 2 of them. So we'll see how that plays. But yeah, community bug fixes was a big one, and UI tweaks is a big one. The big things that this does is it shows you half points on action points instead of rounding, which feels like important information. I think it does some improvements to, like, it recolors like the guard paths if you have 2 guards, which is kind of nice, I guess, because sometimes you could get confusing which path was which. One of the big things is you can shut doors while holding dragging a guard or a body, which was just an annoying thing you couldn't do before, so that fixes that. Also, it gives you some information about the type of terrain when you're looking in the tactical view. I don't know how it shows them, but like some terrain like fully blocks line of sight, some partially blocks it, and stuff like that. So it gives you more information about that. Let's see, what else is here? I guess I'll just go through. Those are the main ones. I just grabbed some like aesthetic mods, so this adds more loading screens, which I think is cool. Since I'm like recording it here, so we'll just get cooler loading screens, more variety there. Archive portraits, so if you have an archive version of an agent, they're just slightly different. I thought that sounded nice. Let's see, contingency plan is the DLC. Map pins, this is another one of the like quote-unquote bigger ones I added. This means that I could drop pins on the map if I want to note something, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't know if I'll actually end up using that or not, but it seems handy. No dialogues. I'll actually turn this off for now, but this turns off the voice overlay. Actually, I think I can leave this selected. I can turn it on in the campaign settings. But this turns off the voice overlay, which was kind of like, or voiceover, which is just kind of annoying between missions. I think there's new voice work for the DLC, so I'm gonna leave this on for now. Just because there's gonna be some story involved that we haven't seen before. In a future runs, I'll probably turn that off. Prisoner outfits, I just thought this was a cute one. When you rescue prisoners, they're in like prisoner outfits instead of their normal outfits. That just seemed like a nice touch, just for immersion and stuff. Okay, so there were 2 mods I added that affect balance, and both of them are nerfs. So this one nerfs level 2 and 3 cloaks. Apparently, like, one of the metas is people would use would equip their agent with 4 level 3 cloaks and then just like were untouchable. So this makes them like only last 1 turn instead of 2, and then to make the gap wider between level 2 and 3 cloaks, the level 2 cloak lasts less turns. So I felt like I would just add that. It seemed like a nice balance change. Rescuable archive agents means the archive agents can be rescued from detention facilities, so it just widens the pool of agents that you can find there to include other ones that you could have started with. And wireless emitter nerf. The wireless emitter that we used last time, which is a really strong item, I saw this mod to nerf it, so I decided to do that. What that item does is it lets you hack devices within a radius, and it also reveals devices that are within a radius from you. So a lot of times I would just like walk around a room trying to feel out hackable devices outside of the room, like security cameras. This requires an action point to discover nearby hackable devices, and that just felt like a really good balance change for that. Not just for balance, but also to reduce like the tedium of how you could use that before. Just kind of like walking around slowly to make sure you don't like run past a device you would have missed otherwise. So I think that was a really good change. So a lot of mods, but I think there's some good ones. A lot of them are pretty minor, and I'm excited to see how they play out. So we'll do an expert level campaign, and I'm just going to leave all the DLC and mod stuff on, except I'm going to leave the voiced dialogues on, so that when we see the new DLC content, we'll get the full feel of that. Everything else I am just leaving the same as before, another expert run. Tempted to give us more rewinds just because I make dumb mistakes. like misclicks and stuff, but I'm not gonna mess with it since I'm not really touching anything else. So the game tracks this as like an expert playthrough. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna skip this intro cutscene. We have seen it before. If you want to see it, you can check out the previous playthrough. So I did unlock all of the agents before, and then I think these last 4 are new ones with the DLC. Just remember the controls. I did a random mission earlier. This Draco guy, just for an example of what's included, has this neural pattern grid, and it means that they can't buy skill upgrades, but you can like scan guards that you knock out and you get random upgrades based on that, which was a really cool thing. So I'm excited to see what everyone else has, and there's new like programs and stuff. So they're marked with if they're DLC content. I'm just gonna do random. We had Shalem before. This guy's new. I kind of want to see new characters, so I'll do random one more time. We played with Banks. We played with both of these before. Why do I keep getting Shalem? Okay, here we go. We got 2 brand new characters. I think I'll even leave the programs random, which is like true chaos mode, because I think some of the programs are a lot stronger than others. Like hacking may not be an option, like a viable option, depending on what I rolled here. But we'll I just want to embrace the randomness, so let's do it. Okay, so I did get that Draco guy I was just talking about, so let's just read their thing, and I'll actually run the commentary here for them, so we can hear it.
Draco's methods were certainly unconventional, and I took heat for recruiting him. But what my superiors failed to understand was that we were not fighting a conventional war, and we could not afford to limit ourselves to conventional tactics. The corporations had deeper pockets than we did, and were wholly unaccountable to the system of international justice. I didn't have the luxury of restraint. I was charged with interdicting the enemy's security operations as efficiently as possible. And if bad things happen to a couple of their corpses along the way, I make no apologies. Someday I'll get around to his silly vampire book. Who has time to read nowadays anyway?
Wow, that's a lot of exposition. Very cool. And then let's read the blurb as well. Born with a rare photosensitive skin condition, Mate grew up a recluse in a dimly lit world of dusty books and old stories. His debut, Nerval, which I guess is a futuristic novel, The Data Vampires, made him a small fortune upon its publication, but he spent much of it resecuring his privacy. Dogged by rumors of strange augmentations and questions about the real-life inspiration for his macabre works, he eventually faked his own death and retreated into the shadows. When corporate forces overran his... Wow, there's a lot of backstory for these DLC characters. I think more than the base ones that I saw. When corporate forces overran his hometown in the major offensive of the war, he emerged from hiding and offered his skills to the PEIA. Strapped for agents, the PEIA didn't ask too many questions about how a reclusive nervalist would have attained such skills. This is actually a pretty funny backstory. So it says he has like a photosensitive skin condition. That's like the vampire thing right there, like can't deal with sunlight. But I think his power is like he's basically absorbing like abilities from other people. So he's like a real life vampire, like a tech vampire, which is interesting. So he starts with an extra strength, has a neural disruptor and a plasma gun. A ranged weapon with lethal damage, does not pierce armor, 1 ammo. Cool. Sharp, let's hear their blurb.
Most people find Sharp off-putting because of his cybernetic enhancements. I find him off-putting because he's a sociopath with almost no regard for human life. I shudder to think what he's capable of, and I say this as a person who spends most of her time interfacing with a disembodied artificial intelligence.
You sound like quite a duo. 2 kind of techie guys that seem like recluses. So Sharp says, it is arguable whether or not the human being born as Alex Mateague still exists. Driven by an obsession with perfecting his form, he has replaced most of his parts with a mechanical or vac-grown replacement. Originally funding his transhumanism through corporate bounty hunting, he has joined Invisible when his augmentation ambitions grew beyond what was available on the open market. He's like a tech guy. So they have the modular cybernetic frame. In his reach to perfect the connection between mind and machine, Alex has converted nearly 90% of his body into a highly modular robotic frame. You start with 6 augment slots, and every 3 augments installed gives melee weapons +1 KO damage. Then, okay, and a dual disruptor. So this guy we want to like stack augments on. That's really cool. This seems like a really fun pairing. And I didn't read what this guy's starting thing actually says here. So the neural pattern grid. Mapping human neural tissue is not a simple task, especially with ever-changing data of a live subject. However, it is much easier to get a good data pull when the patterns remain constant and still. So I cannot buy skill upgrades. I can scan KO or knocked out guards to generate a random bonus. And dead units scanned will give permanent skill upgrades. Oh, interesting. So we're incentivized to kill guards. Because that's how we actually, the only way to upgrade our character. Very interesting. What programs did we start with? The Fusion, 5 power. It says gain 3 power per turn on cooldown and has a 5 or 4 turn cooldown. So we spend 5 to gain 3 power over the next 4 turns, it sounds like. So spending 5 to net 12, so it's net 7 over 4 turns. That replaces, usually this program is your generator. Interesting. And then we have the Rapier. Breaks 1 firewall, power cost increased by 1 each alarm level. So this is like really beneficial to use early. I'm excited. This is a really cool starting loadout. Let's go. It's 2074 and corporations rule the world with brutal efficiency. They hit hard and now you're on the run. You need to strike back, but you'll never win by force. Keep your agents alive with stealth and cunning. Raid the corpse facilities for tools and support and prepare your team for the final showdown. The odds are stacked against you. You will fail repeatedly, but each time you will learn more about your adversaries, and every restart generates a new world of dangers and opportunities. You have a tough job ahead of you, operator. Don't let us down.
Operator, are you there? Good. I was afraid you didn't make it out. Headquarters is gone. Most of our agents have been captured or killed, and our accounts all frozen. I don't know how the corporations found us, but you can bet they won't give up now that they've had a taste of blood. The Jet's stealth rig should keep us hidden if we keep moving, but Incognita can't survive long on backup power. She's got 72 hours, tops. We need to mount a counterattack before then, or we'll be defenseless against their scans. If that happens, we may as well just crash this thing into the ocean. You've never seen the inside of a corporate deprogramming chamber. I won't see the inside of another. Incognita is scanning for targets of opportunity where we can replenish our supplies. Follow her leads and gather what resources you can. I'll run through our contacts and see what favors I can call in. We're going to need all of the advantages we can find in the coming days.
All right. So we always start out with the same mission, which is a mission to gain the other missions, basically.
Executives are notoriously slack when it comes to network security, and their terminals are full of interesting information. We found a lightly guarded executive complex here. Get in, find the computer, and steal their contact list.
And
then
these,
we'll have our pick of future targets.
These are the voiceovers that mod would turn off. All right. Let's start our first mission of this new campaign. Everything's, we got the new DLC content, we got some new characters here that I've never used before, we've got new hacking setup and programs to use. Really excited for this.
We have no firepower with us. The guards' weapons are gene-coded to their owner and useless to us. We're going to have to make do with what we can find along the way. We've beamed you through the security grid. You should be somewhere near the target, but you'll need to look for it. Get the list and find a transport pad to escape. But be quick about it. They noticed a disturbance when we ported in and their alarm level is...
I'm actually regretting not turning that off. You might see me skipping a lot of voiceover dialogue. I know there's going to be like a new mission or something where we're going to want to... I just want to be able to hear it. Okay. Been a while since we've played this. Really excited to get back into it. Well, this is going to be a bit risky, but I'm just going to go ahead and knock this guy out. Actually, this won't be risky at all. It's risky if there's patrols here, because I should protect against this door, but whatever, we'll take some risk here. This looked like an empty room. I almost wasn't going to walk in here. I don't remember if... I think guards do walk through security doors, so I'm just gonna... just in case anyone walks in there. And this person can't ambush because their neural disruptor melee weapon is on cooldown. I'll peek through here, and we're just gonna have to hope no guards are on patrol to go through here. Looked like a guard walked right outside this door. You know, something I would like is to have a mod that showed you the information that the game basically gives you by seeing the guards walking out here, but it would just like show me like, oh, a guard was here. Because sometimes that's happening like outside of where you're zoomed in, and you don't actually like get to see that, but it feels like important information. I guess I should peek into these rooms. Oh, you know what I did not do? Was use this fusion thing to start generating power. Alright, we'll hack that. I guess you will just go over into ambush here. We have a guard elevator there. Yeah, I guess we'll hack this camera. Curious what's over here. Another camera there. I don't really need to hack that. If this guard walks back through here, then this camera would give me more vision into this room, which I guess would be useful. Screw it. We'll just hack it. Oh, you're still on Overwatch. Well, hopefully no one walks in this door. I don't think they will, though, because I think we would have known that from last time. That did give me eyesight on this camera, so I can hack it now. I wouldn't have been able to see that if I didn't hack this camera. Oh, it actually won't let me hack it, though. Oh, it's a disabled camera. It's not on yet. Well, I guess I should have you just peek into this room. Nothing over there. Oh, is this guy gonna wake up this turn? I want him to scan him. Oh well. Okay, this guy's staring at a wall, and he's probably gonna walk back here. These rooms we don't care about, so this guy, his patrol route is kind of pointless. Means I can freely sort of walk in here. Oh, that's a different room. That was not very free. Or... we didn't know it was free. I just kind of lucked out there, I should say. Peek around the corner here. Okay, this is a lot going on in this room. I should just hack all these firewalls. I also want to see what's out here. Did I double check this guy's movement? It honestly doesn't matter because I'm out of AP. Let me just step to the side. Yeah, he's just walking back there like we suspected.
What happened?
Sorry, dude. I can actually just walk around this guy. I wanted to absorb his powers. Will Draco need their neural disruptor in the next 3 turns? Probably not. So here's the neural scan thing. Scan the guard for a temporary boost. Item cooldown bonus 1 turn. Hey. One less turn on that neural disruptor. Alright, let's go scout this room over here. Let's go hack these consoles. This guy actually starts with 1 hacking power. Which means we get 1 more power from consoles. That's sneaky. Even though this guy ends up here, during his patrol he has vision to this room. Next turn, security goes up. More surveillance cameras will activate, which are these couple that we... Maybe this one? Yeah, there's a few there. This is feeling like a big level. I hack this, I'm gonna get overflow on energy because I'm getting 3 from this next turn. Here we go. Perfect, that'll put me right at 20. So that was a big vault. It had 290 credits in it. Not bad. I assume this just activates this. Yeah, they both say M2 grid. Which I don't really care about, so I'm not going to bother hacking that. Yeah, we have a... That guy must have got up, so we have another guy patrolling. Wait, no, he's here. So someone else was moving. There were probably footsteps out here somewhere. Probably in here. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, he's right in front of the door. Okay, so this was really efficient, 1 hacking power. But the cost goes up for every alarm level, so now it costs 2. Which is interesting because there's always extra cameras to hack once the alarm level goes up. So those are harder to hack. This becomes pretty inefficient after the first alarm level. That really rewards exploring to get the most value out of this early. It's on cooldown? Now it is. Cool. Where are you going, dude? Okay, and there's the exit. Which means the mission objective must be out here. So there's nothing to do in here. Okay. What are all these cameras doing? One there. Need to hack these. Okay, and I can make it. all the way over here, actually. Guess I didn't need this camera. It's fine, though.
You found the executive terminal. Hack it, and we can get out of here.
Okay, that's the objective. May as well have you go in and loot this room. I'll wait on hacking that, because I don't know if it sets off an alarm. Just gonna hack all this stuff. The game's pretty generous early on hacking. It really ramps up. I remember the end of the last campaign, hacking was like a really costly thing to do. Everything had like 3 or 4 firewalls on it, like even cameras. One more turn on that other power. May as well grab this. Two vaults, okay. Yeah, I think this mission type might have a lot of vaults on it, if I'm remembering. I remember thinking that like just getting access to more missions didn't seem like a interesting reward last time, but I actually like walked out of that mission with a lot of credits. Just gotta hope that one guard, I have no idea what happened to them. The one we knocked out twice doesn't search over here. I did like the one kind of wild card on this level. Okay, we'll use that again. Oh, the firewall's increased and the cost increase. So this is actually like really expensive to hack now. That's fine. I did happen to have enough. Alright, there's the objective.
You've got it. Great. When you activated that terminal, it sent out an automated message to change up the guard duty. Be prepared for new patrol patterns.
Let's see, does that happen immediately? Let's see. Oh, yes it does. Okay. Glad I checked that, because I was like, if I walk in here, is that going to be an issue? Apparently, yes, it was going to be. I don't think I can walk through this door yet, because this guy will see it before he walks into this room and gets ambushed. No idea what this guy's doing, but he's a few rooms separated from my guys here. I'll have to look for footsteps in this room from that other guard.
Investigating.
What's he invested? That must have been his target. Like how this guy has a target over here, because I don't think he sees anything suspicious. Or he might just always be investigating anyways, because he was already knocked out. Alright, cred chips. Let's do our neural scan. Another boost on item cooldowns. Okay. So if I knock guards out, I get like a minor boost, and if I kill them, I get like a permanent stat boost. You're only going there. So I think I'm incentivized to kill someone with this guy before the end of the mission, which I can do with this gun. All the guards have heart monitors, which means the alarm goes up if the unit dies. And also, I think you have to pay to reload the gun, so I probably won't have access to this in the next mission if I do so. Oh wow. I was not expecting that. Fortunately, this guy's covered on both sides here. I was hoping to camp this corpse, but I guess I was just shy of that. That's fine. I actually freely move here, because I can see all the guard routes.
Hey, what was that? Stop there!
Oh? Oh, I picked the wrong position. Thought I was moving here. It's weird because it's like a tall thing, so it looked like it was like I was on the tile that was next to it because of the how vertical it is. Interesting. We're about to get really hostile here. Oh, I did not mean to peek. I didn't want to waste actions there. Just go ahead and knock this guy out. Probably just move in and shut that door. Our alarm level is about to go up like crazy. And we're just going to kill this guy. Alarm level increase, additional guards added to the floor. My thing just got even more expensive. This is like almost unusable at this point. It's really inefficient to spend 4 power to do 1 firewall. That does mean we get to use my neural scan. Permanently raise speed by 1 point from the scan data. Sick. Go ahead and steal from you. Let's get the heck off of this mission.
Oh, what happened?
So we're going to save money with this guy by not having to spend credits to upgrade our abilities. I think that money's going to go is we're going to have to buy ammunition to reload our deadly weapons. Forget about this thing. Alright, nanofabricator. There's an augment here, titanium rods. Sometimes the simplest things are the most effective. Metal bones let you hit things really hard. Melee weapons deal +1 KO damage. The effect will stack with other augments. We have another neural disruptor. Charge pack. This is how we refill a weapon's ammo. Medgel revives dying agents. Oh my god, we got the econ chip? And I can actually afford it? Collects credits from consoles instead of power. 50 credit. We have to do it, right? The econ chip is like so strong. It almost feels like unfair, like getting it this early 2 runs in a row, but I can't say it's what the game has blessed us with, the RNG. I'm not gonna turn down the tools that it gives us. And we just happen to have like enough money to do it too because we looted everything here. Portable server generates 1 power per 2 turns when deployed. That actually seems pretty good for us. So we have to pick that up before leaving. It sounds kind of clunky. And it's only 1 power per 2 turns. Yeah, we don't care about that. I guess I should buy a charge pack as well. Or do I get titanium rods so we can start buffing out our other dude? +1 KO melee weapon sounds pretty good. We'll grab that and put it in our inventory. You can drop security card, so you're not encumbered next turn. Alright, let's beeline for the exit here. I don't think there's any benefit for me hacking more. Oh, I should have used the econ chip. What am I talking about?
Investigate.
I was like, what if the game rewards you with more credits after a mission if you like were really efficient with using power? And I forgot I should just use it, but I just got the econ chip, which converts hacking consoles instead of giving me power into money. How do we leave again? There we go.
That executive had a very interesting list of contacts. I'm sure they won't miss it.
All right, nice simple mission for our first run back. So what did we net credit-wise? 770 and 210. It's like 980. And I spent 1200. That's fine, it's gonna be worth it. That econ chip is gonna pay for itself. A little bit of cleanup cost. Draco got +1 speed. So I have no credits to upgrade my guys with. Alright, dang, I'm so excited to jump into the next mission, especially because that first one is kind of vanilla. But we'll call this one here, and we'll have to get into the next one next time, because it's already getting a bit long, even though a lot of that was just from like me explaining the mods and the DLC and stuff earlier. But I've already got the bug here. I'm like itching to play some more, so I'm super excited to play some more Invisible Ink here. It's really fun playing with some new agents here, new hacking like powers and stuff.
I've re-established contact with Monster.
Greetings.
Thank you,
Okay.
Monster.
I'm gonna be skipping a lot of that dialogue. The only one I want to hear is like whenever there's like the new mission or whatever. But yeah, we'll leave this one here for now, and we have an option for some new missions here. So really looking forward to this fresh campaign of Invisible Ink. I hope you guys join me for the rest of it. If you didn't see the last one, it's just a really fun game. And that first mission was pretty like vanilla and straightforward, but this game gets like pretty difficult and complex as you get deeper into the campaign. And it's really fun seeing how your party develops based on like whether operatives you find and recruit, and what mission like options you take, and what kind of like gear and stuff you get. It's a lot of fun, like the whole roguelike thing of like adapting to what you find and then dealing with these like procedurally generated levels. But yeah, we'll leave that here for now. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today as we dive back into Invisible Ink, and we'll be doing some more here soon. So before I go, check out the links in the description below. You can find my Patreon down there if you want to show some support for me and my work there. That's over at patreon.com/tonehack. You can also find my Discord community down there if you want to come and hang out with me and the rest of the community. Always some fun discussions going on there, and a lot of great news and such is shared. But that's it for now. So thank you guys once again, and I will see you guys for the next one. Take it easy, everyone.